Hi students, now we are going to study about motion in a plane. It is otherwise called as two-dimensional motion. So what is meant by two-dimensional motion? By taking two best examples we are going to learn today. One is the circular motion in which a particle is revolving around the circumference of a circle, and the second one is projectile motion in which an object is thrown with some initial velocity and then allowed to fall freely under the influence of gravity. So these are the two examples of a two-dimensional motion or motion in a plane. Okay, now you observe the circular motion of a particle. Initially, the particle is at A. Then it has moved to a new position B, next to C, and then to D, and again back to A itself. So one complete revolution is over. In this one complete revolution, it is very clear that the position of the particle is changing from A to B, B to C, then C to D, back to A. Now I am going to represent the change in position of the particle with respect to the Cartesian coordinate x and y axis. So a two coordinate axis I am going to take. One is the x axis, which is along the horizontal, and the other one is the y axis along the vertical. So now I will see that the motion of the particle is taking place in an xy plane. Like this, it may also revolve in a horizontal circle, which is a YZ plane, or it may be vertical circle in other plane, okay, XZ plane. So in this example, I am going to represent the motion of the particle, okay, with respect to an XY plane by taking x along the horizontal direction and the y along the vertical direction. Okay, now you look at the position A. So I project the position of the particle on the x-axis and on the y-axis. So I say that x1 is the position along the x-axis with reference to some origin. Say this is the origin, reference point, okay. This reference point O is called the origin. So with respect to the origin, now this distance, okay, this distance is x1, and the vertical distance, no, this distance is y1. So x1 and y1 are the coordinates of the position A of the particle. Then when the particle is coming from A to B, here you project on the x-axis and also on the y-axis, so that here its coordinates are x2, y2. Similarly, you project this point C on the x-axis and the y-axis. This will be having the coordinates x3 and y3. Like that, you project the point D on both the axes. You will get the coordinates x4, y4. So, from this example, we find that the position of the particle is changing both along the x-axis as well as along the y-axis. That is why we say that it is two-dimensional motion. So, how many coordinates are required to describe the motion of the particle along a circle at every point? There are two coordinates required. One is called the x coordinate and the other one is called the y coordinate. So, this type of motion of a particle which requires two coordinates to describe its motion is called two-dimensional motion. And since it is attributed to a single plane surface, it is also called as a motion in a plane. So in this example, I have taken a two-dimensional Cartesian coordinate system, namely x and y coordinates, and hence the plane in which the motion of the body takes place is called the xy plane. Okay, now come to the second example, namely the projectile motion. Now there are so many sports events based on this projectile motion. Okay, the javelin throw, shot put throw, discus throw. So all in Tokyo Olympics, in the recent Olympics, okay, we must have seen it. So in all these events, say for example, a shot put is thrown with some initial velocity, okay, so that its position is A at some instant, okay, at some instant of time its position is A, so that its coordinate is x1 comma y1. Then after some time it is going to a position B. Can you see that B is at a greater height than A? That means the y coordinate has changed. Also B is ahead of A along the x-axis. So the x coordinate also has changed. So simultaneously both the x and y coordinates are changing. So it is x2 comma y2. Similarly, after reaching the greatest height due to the gravity, it is coming in the downward direction. So once again x and y value are changing. The height, namely the y coordinate, is decreasing with time, but still the x-axis, x coordinate is increasing with time. So at C the coordinates are x3 comma y3. So this type of motion, namely the projectile motion, also clearly explains that changes are taking place along the x coordinate as well as the y coordinate of the body. So these are the two best examples from which we can understand motion in a plane. So have you understood the motion in a plane, which is otherwise called as motion in two dimensions? Okay, now further we are going to study what is meant by position vector, what is displacement vector, average velocity, instantaneous velocity, average acceleration with respect to two-dimensional motion. Okay, fine.